Сайн байцгаана уу хүн төлөвчтэй. Өнөөдөр манай дефакто нэвтрүүлгийн зочноор Шведийн Стокгольм хотод байдаг АРЬС судлалын институтын энэ шинжлэх ухаан шинийг санаачлах хилцээний захирал ноён Alain Mavon оролцож байна.
Alain Mavon, АРЬС судлалын институтын захирал. Alain Mavon Франц улсын Бисанконы их сургуулийн АРЬС судлалын доктор, физик хим, биохимийн чиглэлээр магистрийн зэрэгтээ төгссөн. Тэрээр Fire Fabro Derma Cosmetic компанид 12 жил ажилласан бөгөөд 2009 оноос хойш орифлейм компани бүтээгдэхүүн хөгжүүлэлтийн салбарт ажиллаж байгаа. Тэрээр гоо сайхан АРЬС судлалын салбарт 25 жилийн туршлагатай бөгөөд хэд хэдэн патент болон 50 гаруй шинжлэх ухааны бүтээл хэвлүүлсэн.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Pleasure to meet you.
So tell us, what are you doing in Mongolia?
I have been just traveling over here. That's the third time, enjoying Ulaanbaatar. And today, or yesterday, we were with some of our leaders in Oriflame speaking and launching some new products.
In Mongolia? In
Mongolia.
Tell us about the products.
The products is one range dedicated for men. To take care of the skin of men. It's called Novage Man. And also we were launching a new range dedicated for women. Part of Novage, it's an overarching brand. And this specific range is Bright Sublime. And this range is targeting the dark spots, basically, and also help the skin to get whiter and more radiant, which is a big trend and demand in the Asian side of the world.
Yeah.
Where people
Why is that?
People want to have a paler skin, you know. I think it's a trend coming from Japan as well, in Korea as well, China, where the standard of beauty are around pale skin. Where in the Western world, people want to look, we are much paler, but we want to look tan. So it's, you know, depending on where you are in the world, where you have people have different expectation about products. But in the Western world, as we age, we get spots, you know, some dark spots on the face there. But then also it turns into a concern. So people are always looking for specific solution to, at the end, make sure that the skin is quite even and where there is no imperfection. That's, in a way, more, I think, a global
the way skin looks, a lot to do with what you eat, what is inside, what's your state of your health. Absolutely. And you are professional, you have been in this field for all your life, many years. And what is the direct relations between, say, the way we eat food and, again, in the West and the East? How do you see the difference?
I think now I think things are turning quite global, but definitely you're right, what we eat has an impact on our skin and also even our lifestyle, you know. Again, back to Western people spending, enjoying sunbathing, so you get tan, but as we age, obviously the sun has a negative impact on the skin. Having more wrinkles, having more spots. So it's more how you find the right balance in your lifestyle. So definitely the food is important, is to have a very balanced diet and avoid too much sugar, avoid too much fat, bad fat I would say there, because you can then get some pimples as well and some red spots. So it's really a balance in terms of having the right diet. Sleep is absolutely important as well. Good sleep is very, very good for beauty and not only for the skin, but also for the overall health. And also having obviously some local application of products, some skincare to take care of the skin locally there. And definitely what we are recommending, and especially in this country, beautiful sun, but the sun is we need a bit of sun, but too much sun has a big impact on the skin, damaging the skin.
So what the ordinary people should do to avoid that sun, which is all the time here?
Yeah, it's really avoiding the peak hours where you have very heavy UV radiation.
What is heavy hours usually?
It's between, let's say, 11 to 3 p.m., 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., where you have really very intense, probably it's even bigger here, larger here, and definitely in this case, if you are outdoor, really use some sun protection.
Why this UV, ultraviolet reflection, radiation is bad? Why?
It brings some energy into the skin, and it has an impact on our skin cells. So it could be damaging the skin. First, it's burning the skin, and we get red. That's a very interesting signal. When you get turned red, it means that you have been exposed too much. But then also there is that UVB, and there is another part which is UVA, which are going deeper in the skin, and you don't feel that, this one. But this one are really damaging the skin. Yeah. So accelerating aging, definitely.
So first, when it goes red, then even it goes when deeper, then it's really damaging. Yeah. It's hard to recover back.
The skin is recover, but it's more the accumulation. You live here for 50, 60 years, so it's a lot of exposure, but longer term, and we had a bit of a discussion, for example, in Australia, where there is a lot of people that came from UK in a few centuries ago. So they came in a country with a lot of sun, but with a very, very pale skin. So in this area, there is a high level of skin cancer, for example.
In Australia?
In Australia. So, and they also have a very high regulation to prevent people from this exposure.
That skin cancer comes from the face or from somewhere else?
Sorry?
In generic term, when the skin cancer, because under long exposure to the sun, it starts from the face itself or from any part of the body?
It could be, when you live outdoor, and if, for example, if you exercise, your body is quite exposed. Yes. So then it's not specifically, but it's most likely, most often on the face, where you have the most exposure. Yeah, so absolutely.
Statistics-wise, you said the more Europeans with white skin, when they are under exposure in hot countries, they will have a more chance to have.
Yes, absolutely.
In Mongolia, people are relatively darker skin. But now this big difference between countryside and the city urban area here. Yeah. And in urban area, in countryside, people usually don't use that skin, and that's why this one is getting more wrinkles, right?
Absolutely, yeah. You can see on the people living in rural area, they are often more tan and definitely more wrinkles, which is definitely...
So more tan, more wrinkles.
Yeah.
In a city like here, now with all this car, all this air pollutions, does it?
Yeah, that's a big concern. Not only in Mongolia, in many cities in the world, I think we are living. Most of us now are living in cities, and sadly, cities are getting very much polluted. This pollution has an impact on the skin as well, definitely, on the overall health. But then obviously on the skin. And some recent studies confirm that it's directly impact the skin. So what we are here also really recommending is definitely cleansing the skin, especially in the evening. The dust, this pollution gets stuck a bit on the face, so it's important to cleanse the skin, especially in the evening.
So every night before, now you have novel-age man, looks very thorough, nice, very soft, good, elastic material, I would find. So in the cities, because this air pollution, because all this, you better to wash, you should wash your skin in the evening. Yeah. How early in the evening? Just before sleep?
Before going to bed, it's more like and we propose a routine, a skincare routine, where the first step is to have these cleansing steps where you wash your skin before going to bed. For women, when they wear makeup as well, it's really important to remove that makeup also.
Completely clean.
Yes.
Then there goes the kind of collagen type of liquid, not complete liquid, but
yeah. Then you have a different type of cream with, and we have a.
Why is that important after cleaning that one?
Because you need to.
I would assume that the skin will just rest without anything after washing and sleep well, and then. But yet there is a collagen that you put on, and why it is necessary.
We propose if you can leave your skin there, but it's definitely to help the skin to, in a way, repair as you sleep there. So it's we have different type of formulas. One are more serum, where it contain different active ingredients, like vitamin C.
The serum is in the one without color one. Colorless, there is a collagen type of.
It's like a gel, you know.
Gel, yeah, but after that you still again, there is a white color,
you have more cream.
What is that? What is that?
The cream is there really to bring moisturization as well onto the skin. It contains some antioxidant as well for the skin, so in a way while you sleep you recharge your skin with these different ingredients, and that's, you know, prepare the skin for the following day. Because the following day, your skin will be exposed to external aggressor, as we said, UV, pollution, stress.
I saw in your that product knowledge 4 steps.
Yes.
And one of the steps is either second, the particular cream you go around your eyes.
Exactly.
Why is that? What makes difference?
You know, the eyes area, when we speak together, we look through the eyes. So it's an area, so you spot this area. And this is an area which is also very fragile. You know, the skin is much thinner and need a bit more special care as well. And meaning thinner is that you can also see the blood vessels are very visible down, so you can have an easy. If you get tired, you can. It's really coming through this eyes area. So it's a very important area to target specifically with a dedicated eyes product. As well.
Here we in Mongolia say your eyes are a reflection of your spirit. Definitely. And that is always keep changing. And in particular, like you and me talking, usually people look at the eyes and you read through the eyes, right?
Absolutely.
And you said the wrinkles, very fragile, the skin part, and that one you use for around the wrinkles. Nowadays, even before we thought it is only a woman should use. Nowadays men more and more use, because for this whole time it doesn't matter what gender you are, right?
Yeah, definitely. Now it's male where maybe not as, they didn't care that much. Definitely there's some differences between male and female skin. Male skin is a bit more thicker, a bit more resistant, and there is not the same perception from the society as well, you know. Female should have beautiful skin, male wrinkles sometimes look mature and strong, attractive. So, but definitely, what we really recommend also is to take care of your skin. We are living longer. So
but the issue is, you look at least at your age, not older.
No, minimum, but the point is not, you know, I never trust, it's more marketing communication, this pure anti-aging. We are aging, but it's how are we aging? How we can look better along our life, definitely. And here I think we can bring some good solution there.
You have been biking every day for all your job, all the time you are skiing, right? Boarding.
Yeah.
So, and you are a professional in that field. Why you have decided to choose this profession, dermatology?
Dermatology, it was some interesting opportunity and interesting. I met some interesting people, and definitely one professor in dermatology, which was definitely focusing on some skin disease, but also was interesting on aging, skin aging, and this guy was definitely my mentor during my PhD, and that's what drove me to get to this. Field of cosmetics there.
It's very novel work. You help people looking better, happier.
Yeah, and it's a very, you know, there is more and more science behind. Before it was cosmetics was considered as kind of not really scientific, but there is more definitely a heavy science going to understand the process of aging, what's going on into the skin, how we can reduce some negative impact of all these damages. And at the same time, yes, it's connected to beauty and social relation and people. So it's a very interesting panel of feature to cover. So that's what I like. Yeah. So and in my job at the moment, I'm both not much in the lab, but I'm heading the different research team, and at the same time, I have the pleasure to travel around the world to speak about products, about the science behind the product, and meet the people.
How long it takes time to develop new product, and while it should be probably approved, etc. How long?
It takes, let's say, when we had, we want to have some very innovative technologies, innovative active ingredients. And from the, let's say, the initial idea to the product on the market, it could take up to 3 to 7 years to get there. Yeah.
Then also, one is what is the content, the other is probably this packing stuff for the business. How about that part?
You mean the packaging?
Yes.
Or how
packaging.
Yeah, it's not exactly my area, but definitely it's an important component of the products. Because that's most often what people see the first.
Yeah.
So the packaging should be definitely attractive, functional, and there is a lot of innovation ongoing here as well. Yeah. So it could be also a solution when you have a very exclusive ingredient, sometimes sensitive, so you can have some different packaging that could protect also your ingredients and your formula. So yes, it's absolutely crucial, and it's a way also to communicate the brand.
To my little understanding in cosmetics, the product collagen and the product serum made substantial steps, right? Why is that? Collagen, what does it make?
So we have a product called E-collagen there, and we also have, and there is some collagen in the skin, which is a very important protein. So in this range, E-collagen, the main benefit is to target the wrinkle reduction, and yeah, we managed to have a very strong benefit. So we went to different tests to prove the benefit on volunteers, and to get to to confirm that by using the product, your skin we can reduce the wrinkle.
What does it make collagen inside the skin?
In the skin, collagen is a very strong protein that brings the strength and the elasticity to the skin. But as we age, the collagen is degraded. That's why, all the people have very, very thin skin, and because this collagen has been degraded. So it's a kind of a part of the aging process.
Making firm back the skin. Collagen, a serum.
And the serum is more formats of the products. And then we can include in these formulas different type of active ingredient, either to stimulate the collagen production, to make the skin more firmer, to have a whitening technology to reduce the pigmentation. So it's more formats which give, it's a very nice formula to apply, and we can have a kind of high concentration of active ingredients specifically in this formula.
It's particular form. You said about whitening. People in Asia want to look more white.
Yeah.
And in Europe they want to more tan, as you said. Yeah. Whitening, what kind of process is happening when they use this whitening things? The
initial point is, we naturally in our skin we have some cells that produce melanin, which is this pigment that makes us, and depending on the quantity, you are a bit of pale or brown or very dark brown if you're in Africa. There's a very high content of melanin. And in Asia, and as we go into the sun, the sun is stimulating the production of melanin, because melanin is initially there to protect our skin from the sun. However, if the standard of beauty in Asia is to look very pale, so it's to really avoid the sun, and also to reduce this pigmentation. So that's why people are very interested in using whitening and grading.
That decreases that melanin inside
Yes.
of this.
It's to limit the production of this melanin.
This looks like quite scientific things.
It is.
All this
It is
skin
absolutely.
dermatology, all this.
Ah, yeah. It's
And,
it's a kind of a. Yeah.
And it is not only it goes as a industry. It looks like also as a treatment to people may have diseases on the skin. Some, for example, recently I have seen in Mongolia at least, somebody's skin is becoming white.
Yes.
And spot comes, then it increases, or they go on the end. What is that? What's happening with the skin of these people?
It's probably what you mentioned is probably vitiligo.
Uh-huh.
It's some areas
Yes.
where there is no pigmentation.
Yes,
No
it goes up and bigger now later on.
It depends on the people. Sometimes it's a small area. Sometimes it could be bigger and cover some part of the big part of the body.
What's the name? White?
It's vitiligo. V-I-T-E.
V-I-T.
Ligo. L-E.
And
it's a skin pathology. It's a lack of melanocytes or the skin pigment cell in this area.
So this melanin is so important.
Yeah.
If you have a big absence of the melanin, you go this disease.
Yeah.
And can they treat that? Can you get back normal?
There is not much treatment today. And
Why?
here,
if there is less melanin, put more melanin.
yeah, but it doesn't really work like that. It's it's a very skin is it's a very complex organ, and here we are. It's very and we moved even away from cosmetics. Here we are getting deep into dermatology and medical treatment if you really want to get some benefit. But today there is not really strong solution.
So these people only stay in that way, almost.
Yeah. So makeup you can cover a little bit. There are few treatments that works a little bit, but it's not ideal. Definitely
ideal.
Yeah.
And what happens to, we call it, I don't know how do you call, albinos?
Albinos. Yeah. It's people born without this pigment cell
at all.
At all.
Yes.
So they are very pale. Very white,
very pale,
and they can't handle the sun because then the skin is not protected at all and they burn. So they have to wear gloves, they have to wear SPF, they have to avoid the sun. So that's
how often that has happened nowadays, more or less compared to 100 years ago.
I don't know exactly the statistics. I can't exactly.
I saw in Africa that person. It is very striking.
Yes.
Long black people, then suddenly completely white person.
Yeah.
But the same structure of face,
exactly.
body.
Yeah. So here it's I think it's very badly perceived as well from a historical point of view or traditional point of view.
Received very badly. Yes.
Yeah. But for the people, I think it's anyway. Especially, let's say in Africa, or where it's very sunny area where people are.
Is it transferable disease?
I don't think so.
Inheritable?
I think it could go through some generation, but I don't know exactly the genetics.
So just
here.
because this dermatology is such a wide range of studies that touch our life in a way, in the way how we look, etc. So this is a very important issue. So let's go back to our initial conversation. You said somehow sleeping is important.
Yes.
For the way you look, for your skin. Why? What is exactly happening when you sleep?
There is more and more studies about sleep and the role of sleep for our body. Sometimes we forgot to sleep. We have a hectic lifestyle and so on and so on. But now we understand more the benefit of sleep. So sleeping is very important for our brain to reorganize the information of the day as we sleep. And it also many repair processes happening as we sleep. And obviously it's impacting also not only different organs, but also the skin. So sleeping is so important, yes.
So to sleep what, 12 hours?
No, it says studies shows minimum 7 hours. 8 hours is a good
You feel more.
Yeah, but ideally also good sleep. You know, sometimes we are now more and more exposed to blue lights.
In life, yes, in life about 6 hours also average, right? You said blue light, yes. Even the phones, everything. All
and blue light has an impact on our eyes, or through the eyes and to the brain, which reduce some, especially the melatonin, which is the sleep hormone. You know, this hormone impact, which make us fall asleep.
Well, when you say blue lights, you mean
from the screen.
From the that's the generic every screen, right?
Yes, and we are more and more exposed.
Yes,
especially the young one. You know,
even we are sitting like this, is still watching our phone.
And watching on the phone. Yeah. So that's a good impact. That's impact our because it's stimulated the brain. So it's reduced our capacity to fall asleep.
How does coffee impact? Is it a good thing? What do you think about coffee?
Coffee is also good, but definitely in the afternoon you have to stop. You know,
yes,
take up 6 hours to get completely through.
It takes 6 hours.
Yeah. So ideally, if you want to sleep at 10, you need to don't have coffee after 4. Yeah. Okay.
How about wine? I know you like wine.
I like wine. Yeah. Mainly French wine, but I'm also open to from other countries. Wine is okay, as long as you don't drink too much. You know? Yes. So it's often a matter of quantity, and preferably red wine.
Red wine. Why red, not white?
There is some red wine contains a lot of polyphenols, which are good antioxidants also.
Antioxidants.
So, but there is, you know, the alcohol in the wine. It's not that much, but it's not ideal. But again, we need to enjoy.
You are a Frenchman, and your culture is a lot associated with wine.
Yes, absolutely.
How early you have exposed to wine?
How early?
Yeah, when you were.
We start. I discovered wine when I was trying a little bit when I was a teenager, 17. But you know, we are allowed to drink about at 18. So yes. Okay. But then during my studies, I was with some friends that was preparing some specific university education around wine. So we had a lot of wine tasting. You know, that was fun.
I like
discovering a lot of wine.
Yeah. So interesting talking to you. And I think this dialogue helped many people to understand about skin more. In men also to take care of their skin, in particular washing before they sleep. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. A pleasure.
Thank you. За хүн төлөвчтэй өнөөдөр манай дефакто нэвтрүүлгийн зочноор АРЬС судлалын институт байдаг Стокгольмд. Тэрний шинжлэх ухаан, шинийг санаачлах хэсгийг хариуцсан захирал ноён Alain Mavon оролцлоо. Баярлалаа.